Hi, we've just spent 3 days at the fantastic Northumbrian Water Group Innovation Festival. In this series of videos, we're talking to some of the key participants to see what they did and what were the outcomes. Hi Laura, tell us a bit about yourself.
Hi Phil, so I'm Laura Kemp. I am an innovation manager with the Innovation Super Network, and I work at partner organisation Dynamo, which, as you know, is the membership organisation for the tech sector in the North East.
Yeah, I'm aware of that, having worked with you for some time. But was it last week or the week before, you and I spent a few days together at the Northumbrian Water Group Innovation Festival? Fantastic festival. How did you get involved?
I got involved, Phil, because you asked me to come and talk to the group on day one about maximising the opportunities to innovate within the cybersecurity sector in the North East.
And so what was the format of the day then, in terms of how did that work with this dash?
So the format was quite informal. That's how I like to do things. We spent the morning really trying to understand what the current situation is with cyber in the region. So we heard a fantastic case study from Cyber White, and a radical innovation that they've made alongside their sort of regular work, how they've managed that and really how it's transformed their business. The idea being that we could learn from that and share that with other businesses. And then in the afternoon, we started to look forward in terms of what do we actually want for cyber security in the Northeast. Where do we want to be in 12 months and in 5 years, and actually what's stopping us from getting there?
I thought Cyberwide presentation was really good. It was. I learned so much from that. I realized that all companies are innovative, but not all companies are innovative companies. I mean, you had to have that tool set and that mindset to move. So was it Pancake Day that day, or was it some other thing that we went and got for free in the afternoon? I forget now.
It was sweets. We got bags of sweets. You totally threw me there with Pancake Day. I was thinking it's not February.
Pancakes, I think, was the Wednesday. They were very nice, but there you go. So how do you think that the festival went?
The festival overall, I thought, was fantastic. As you know, I was involved in another just a one-day dash as well, which was really interesting. I would love to be able to go one year and just pop into other dashes or to join one that's of interest. Obviously, when you're involved in facilitating and pulling something together, you don't really get that time to go and look at what else is happening. But just so many different exciting conversations going on. It's absolutely brilliant that everybody comes together in that space.
So what was the other one you were involved in?
So I was looking at how do we engage stakeholders in multi-academy trusts, so looking at schools joining multi-academy trusts, and specifically how do we afford them the space to innovate.
Excellent, excellent. Another crazy and topic to get your head around. So you must have been really tired by the end of both of those days. So describe what I learned or took away in terms of what Cyber White we're talking about. But what do you think the group learned or took away from the day?
From the day altogether, I hope they had a better understanding of what innovation looks like in cyber in the region. I think when you asked me to run this day, I felt as though there was a preconception that we weren't innovative. And I do understand where that comes from. I think we often identify innovation as being something radical. And it doesn't have to be. It can be incremental, it can be small changes, and that's something that the cybersecurity sector absolutely has to be doing on a daily basis because the criminals are innovating. So if we don't, then they start to win. And I think it's in amongst all of that sort of constant activity, how can you afford your team the headspace to think about the bigger things? And David talked about how the downtime during COVID, I'm not quite sure how he managed to find downtime during COVID with cyber, but how they actually that afforded them the time to think about, you know, what can they actually do that's going to add value, what can they do that's different to put them ahead of the curve. And it was obviously so successful for them that they're now continuing that process,
Yeah,
having identified how valuable it was.
I think that's a big takeaway from me, is that I was of the impression that we weren't innovative as a region, but I've come away from thinking we are. But that to be an innovative company, you have to make the time, create the headspace, put the tools in to do that. And so, having learned that lesson, David, I think he's transformed his organization to become that innovative organization. That was really, really interesting. So what next? Where do we go from here?
So I mean, well, the guys in the room described where they, where they wanted to go from here. They wanted to improve early education, encourage greater collaboration, to see improved skills within the sector, greater engagement across the sector. These are all things that you're picking up with Cyber North, so that's great to know that you're obviously going in the right direction. I think where the outcomes of the day hopefully added value is in terms of how the message is communicated with our customers, with our stakeholders beyond the cyber sector. That there's an acknowledgement, hopefully, that actually scare tactics aren't working. They're not listening. We're just making them shut out the noise. So there needs to be some thought into how do we actually get them to stop and listen and pay attention and understand that this is something that they need to look at right now without frightening them.
You're absolutely right. I think that we've done enough here. It's much more about collaboration and getting people. But look, that was great. Look, thanks very much for your time at the festival. We might even go and do it next year. So if you're around next July, we'll see how it goes. Thanks very much,
Yeah. Thank you.
Cheers now. My name is Phil Jackman. I lead on Cyber North. If you want more information, go to cybernorth.biz, and we're looking forward to seeing you at the Northumbrian Water Group Innovation Festival next year. Thank you.
That was In Conversation with Phil Jackman, lead for Cyber North. Audio and video production was by me, Robert Campbell. This was a Team Funds production for Dynamo Northeast.